Well, hoo-wee, Jim Bob. I feel like I'm down in the bayou or something. How did I find myself in waist-deep weeds and thickets somewhere off the beaten path near the Curonian Lagoon? Well, you're just going to have to wait and find out, but we're going to send it back to the town of Zelenogradsk, where this story begins. Providing a blast of color along the town's main street, this building traces its roots back to the early 20th century when this territory was German. Hi, I'm Matt, and welcome to another edition of Borders on Budgets. On this episode, we start with cartoon characters in the town of Zelenogradsk, Russia, and we will end with mythical creatures in the forest following a 20-kilometer hike to the Curonian Spit National Park.
Hi, I'm Matt, and welcome to this pack of matches, and thank you very much for tuning in.
Seems like this should be on the Blair Witch.
Next episode. A reminder, Borders on Budgets.
In front of this century-old building that used to be a hotel and is now a kindergarten and daycare in Zelenogradsk are numerous Russian cartoon characters of film and television. The most prominent of these cartoon characters is Leopold the cat, who reigned Russian kids television from the mid-70s through the mid-80s with a catchphrase of "Kids, let's all get along." And Leopold takes his spot in front of the daycare in front of the large Russian map. Russia, Rodina Moy. Russia, my motherland. A quick geography lesson given the expansiveness of this territory. Within Russia, there are 46 districts, and they are called oblast. In Russian, the plural would be oblasti. The city of Zelenogradsk is part of the Kaliningrad Oblast, one of the 46 Russian provinces, and it is Kaliningrad that is actually separated from the mainland Russia. And I'm wondering where the cities of Sevastopol and Donetsk are. That this map is in front of an educational building, I'm sure that there will be an update before too long to show the new additions for Russia. If the daycare/hotel traces its roots back to the early 20th century, this pump room dates back to the early 19th century when Kaliningrad was known as East Prussia. Zelenogradsk is at the northern end of the Kaliningrad Oblast, and the city sits on the Baltic Sea coastline. Z-Town is also the entry point to Russia's smallest national park, the Curonian Spit. Before leaving Zelenogradsk, there is a symbolic national border post. Well, this is convenient, a map of the Curonian Spit National Park, and as you can see, this tract of land hugs the Baltic Sea coastline. The Curonian Spit is 100 kilometers, 50 of which is in Russia, 50 of which are in Lithuania, and that's why the need for the border post. Zelenogradsk, now in the distance, as we make our way along the Curonian Spit through the forest. The Lifeguard Tower has seen better days, and there must be a reason why there's a satellite dish or a weather station on this part of the Spit. But for some reason, Google Maps has highlighted this building as something of interest to see. I'd venture closer to the structure, but the barbed wire in the sand leaves me a little nervous about doing a scavenge through this abandoned building. Wildlife to be seen in the Curonian Spit. Watch out for fox. And ostorozhno for wild boar. I love me a good glass of kvass. However, I didn't bring any rubles with me on this day trip. The entrance fee to the Curonian Spit is €2. They do take Visa, but Max here, he doesn't take euros or Visa. However, for his participation on the YouTube channel, he's provided me with a glass of kvass. I'm Max's good luck charm. For 15 minutes before my arrival, he hadn't had any business. While my feet are grateful for taking this path, as it is very soft, it is a bit of a slog on my legs, in particular thighs. The reason I'm taking this route versus walking on the highway is that it is just that, a highway, and the two lanes, they don't have much safety or a shoulder, and so I'd rather err on the side of caution and take this safer route. Bamboo Bambi. I'll whip it! Whip it good! Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Crack that whip! A quick side trip in the Curonian Spit along the boardwalk of the Korolevsky Bor. The pine trees are about a century old, and they did survive through the Second World War and the transfer, when this land had been German, to what is present-day Russia. Go! Wow! Overlooking the Curonian Lagoon. This kilometer marker suggests at one time this road had been used as some sort of thoroughfare to get from A to B. I'm certainly hoping that it will take me to the next village, which is Lesnoy, about 4 kilometers up that way. I've stepped off the boardwalk from the Korolevsky Bor, and I want something different. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, because I didn't, deer actually do make sound. I saw a couple scampering through the forest. They sound actually like seagulls. I'll see if I can get closer to that heron. Wow, big bird. There he is, in the back. Raspberries on the root are a nice touch. Listen to that thrashing about. Ooh, wild boar. It's about now that I'm recollecting that I don't remember reading anything about dangerous animals in the forest, but boy, the skeeters, they're becoming a nuisance. According to Google Maps, which actually surprisingly works out here, the outskirts of Lesnoy, would say be about half a kilometer from here. It doesn't say that I had to go through this. Okay, yes, I've also been using these trail markers that indicate a gas pipeline is somewhere running through here. Outskirts of Lesnoy. Boy, I love it when a plan comes together. So this is how close I was, or am, to the lagoon, and certainly explains for all of the mosquitoes. Hello, you. Well, now that we've escaped the forest, it's dinner time, and in Lesnoy, this is a local fish store. I don't know exactly what this is, but I've had smoked fish a couple of days ago, and it's lightly salted. It was delicious. We're gonna gamble on this guy as the snack. One zubatka, please. 116 ruble for this piece of fish. The lad's a little shy, so that's why I've cut off his face. This store has given me an exchange for my €5 at a better rate than the bank and faster service too. So it's one zabutka for dinner coming up. Pivo, please. Half a liter. That one. Okay. Oh, it's a whole service. Thank you. Snack time. Yet untasted zubatka and the pivo. Here we go. Hey. All right. All fish, no bones. So, between the fish and the beer, 180 ruble. That's about €2.50. But wait, there's more to this story. I promised you mythical creatures in the forest. That's what we're going to go for right now. 4 kilometers from Lesnoy, through what is a quieter part of the highway, is the Museum of Russian Superstition, where we will find those mythical creatures in the forest. Meanwhile, I'm reticent to touch the camera because my hands are still oily from the zubaka. Well, here is one of those mythical creatures in the forest. And that is the Museum of Russian Superstition. I didn't realize that the forest complex closes at 7 o'clock, so I had the caretaker open up the gate so I can get this final shot. Hasn't this been a fun day? From the tranquility of Zelenogradsk through the adventures of the Curonian Spit National Park and all the tastes that journey encountered to, well, here we are, mythical creatures in the forest. Thank you for tuning in to another adventure and episode on Borders on Budgets. A reminder, Borders on Budgets, long distance hikes, slices of life, not a lot of money. From the Curonian Spit National Park in Kaliningrad, Russia. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to seeing you on the next adventure. And a reminder, yes, too, not only did we survive today's hike, we thrived. Ooh, tunnel! It's a tunnel! Oh, how neat! Woo, woo! Outskirts of Lesnoy. Boy, I love it when a plan comes together. Say, did you like this episode? Good, I hope so. There was a lot of effort put into it. Help Borders on Budgets grow. Hit the subscribe button below, and don't forget to share this video with your friends who would be interested in Russian travel, long distance hikes, and certainly, well, long distance hikes off the beaten path.